Sorry, Kibo, I can't resist it. Our God 936 say he bow tie what the business is. You know, bow tie that like button on the way in. Bow tie that bell. Bow tie that sub. You hear me? Got KPD. We at Long Branch Park. Some of y'all might be familiar. Look, this area might look familiar, as literally this was the same park, actually the same little strip of land I was accosted and kidnapped one night in Killeen for walking on the wrong side of this road. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Killeen's finest heroes hanging out at the park. Car number 3182. Let's go say hi. No shoes, McGruff. We doing it with no shoes on. You hear me? Hackett. He got on "We the People" tattoo. But is he really for we the people? Hackett 421 T Hackett. They probably running me for warrants right now. So I didn't do my daily warrant check. So he probably bow tying that like button too. They running me for warrants. Somebody get on the scanner and see what they saying. He gonna wave at me and won't roll it down his window. What a great way to serve the public. If you got a camera, you at war with the police. So I guess we're gonna find out if I got any warrants here in a second. I forgot to do my daily warrant check. Oops. Got the kids out here playing basketball. Look at the youngins out here playing basketball. Got everybody living their life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just, having a good time, enjoying this beautiful day. I ain't even got no shoes on. So I'm enjoying the day. Grass feel good on my feet too. But what these guys doing? They trying to turn that beautiful day into a horrible night. Kibo said, "Come on, bro. No shoes is crazy, man." Nah, it ain't crazy. I always record the police. You hear me? Where are you? Street Police Department. What park? Give us info. This Long Branch Park. Right down the road where couple hundred feet from where I was kidnapped. I was literally kidnapped right there where the car is right now. That's where I was kidnapped for walking on the wrong side of the road on this park. So if you see this park, right, now that we can see it in the daytime, you see this park, right? Like you see down there, so it say like a parking lot where all them cars is. That's basically where the cops were, and they were trespassing somebody from the park. So the park was closed. It's like probably damn near 3 in the morning at that time. But you see this? What'd that say? Lake Inks and Branch Drive. These are public roads. You see this car driving down this public road? He can do that at any time of the day, no matter if the park is open or not. This is a public road. It's open 24 hours. Yeah, the park may have hours of operation or hours that's open to the public, but this road is still public. This road is still open 24 hours, no matter if the park is closed or not. So I was literally standing, on that side of the road, but I walked up this side of the road that I'm standing on from this direction. So I basically walked, there they go. I think I'm gonna leave them alone. They look like they dealing with some type of personal issue, but so in Texas, like say you see how there's no sidewalk, right? In the state of Texas, if there's no sidewalk, you have to walk along the left side of the road. If you're gonna walk in the street, you have to walk along the left side of the road. Now, if there's no sidewalk like this, you still can walk on the grass, and you see this pole right here. This pole is put on by the city. So basically, a certain amount of feet from the middle of the road, you have what's called an easement. And what I kind of base it off is I stay in between the poles. So as long as you in between the city poles on each side of the road, you on the easement, because they're not gonna put these poles on private property or any other property other than the public. So I can travel on this grass. Yeah, they might some cops that don't know the law might say that I'm in the park right now, but I'm technically on an easement. I could travel freely through this easement as this is a public road. So we're gonna go down here and show you exactly how it happened. This is the case that I was in trial for yesterday. They got rescheduled because of the jury situation. So I'm gonna go all the way down because I basically was right across the street from where that cop car was at when I got arrested. But I was coming from that direction where the cop car is, So I'm gonna show y'all exactly what happened. So I literally parked. You see where that pawn sign is, right? It's a pawn sign across the street, and there's like another street down here where that car is right there. That's coming off that side street. That's the street that I parked down, and I walked all the way down here, and I walked down this street right here. And so I'm walking from this on this side of the road, coming towards where I am now. So I came from this main street, walking on this side of the street, down this street. So I'm walking just like this. I'm walking just like this, I'm about to go back and show you exactly where I was at. So I'm coming from Rancier, that main road, and I'm walking this way, just like this. I was walking along this side, left side of the road. There's no sidewalk, so I can walk in the road along the left side towards the traffic. That's what I was doing. And when I got here, the cops were literally like across the street in this parking lot right here, accosting somebody for being in the park at the close. And I did exactly this. I came down here and I walked, like I said, on the left side of the road. I got to my spot right here where the cops were to do my free press, and I did just like this. Walked across the street, just like this, and I stopped right here. And the reason why I stopped right here, versus coming up here is because right here, I felt that the cop would think that, I'm not in the park, because even though I could still be here and not in the park, I'm still on the easement. I'm still in between the poles. Like I said, you got a certain amount of feet from the center of the road to travel freely. So you can't say I'm in the park just because I'm standing on this easement. But because I knew the cops didn't know that, I stayed on the street. Just like this. They never saw me walking up until the point that they came walking towards me. So I was filming the traffic stop just like this. And then after they was done, they come walking over towards me. And I'm literally standing right here. I wasn't moving. And they came over here, accosted me, and said, "Give me your ID because you in the park after dark, after close." And I'm like, I'm not in the park. I'm on a public easement. I'm not in the park. This road is open 24 hours. I'm not in the park. But if I would have stepped up here, I still wouldn't have been in the park. But I knew that they didn't know that, so I stayed right here. And they came over anyway and accosted me, said, "Give me your ID." And I was like, I'm not in the park. I have no reason to give you my ID. What's the crime? And then once I thwarted that, they was like, went back to the drawing board. So they get to calling supervisors, and supervisors like, just arrest them for being on the wrong side of the road. And that's what they did. They didn't give me a chance to ID after they told me what was the actual crime. And they'd be like, "Well, we got you for walking on the wrong side of the road. Now we retaliating for wrong side of the road." I'd be like, "All right, here go my ID." But they didn't even give me a chance to do that. They just slapped the cuffs on me and took me to the station. So that's what we were dealing with out here in the city of Killeen. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that we deal with, where they retaliate for standing. This is probably at least about 50 feet from this parking lot, and this is where I was at. They mad because I'm recording them on a traffic stop or whatever type of detainment they had going on, and they arrested me for holding the camera on the sidewalk. It wasn't no cars coming down this road, mind you. It was 3 a.m, so ain't no cars coming down this road at that time of night. So it's literally no cars ever came down the road during the whole time we was out here. But they arrested me for walking on the wrong side of the road, allegedly. They have no evidence of me actually walking period, until they accosted me. Once they accosted me, I'm standing just like this, but I'm, walking this way to be like, "Hey, where's what's your name and badge number?" I'm already detained by the time before they even ever saw me walking, I was already detained. So, I'm just walking back and forth to the officers after they detain me, like trying to get their name and badge numbers, and they arrest me for walking on the wrong side of the road. Don't have no evidence of it. Arrested me only because the supervisor that Abaudit called, which was the arresting officer, Abaudit, she called the supervisor who never even saw me at all, and told them to arrest me for walking on the wrong side of the road. So this is what we dealing with. Liz Solomon, what's going on? John Smith, what's going on from Northeast Ohio? Ohio! We the people with the blue line. Yeah, they wildin'. So yeah, I just had to see them. You know, they down there dealing with something. So I'm gonna leave them alone. You know, they be getting acting all weird when there's kids involved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let them live today. But there's no question about it. I was just going out to grabbing something. So if I see something else, I definitely will be out and about and, you know, putting the cameras on boots. You hear me? But like I always say, don't let them dig all off up in your amendments. Now, you hear me? We out. Aye.